Hi, this is Ann Alexander, your realtor, chef, and friend. Welcome to another edition of In the Kitchen with Annie. Today we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day. As you know, today is Valentine's Day, so we are going to make a couple special treats for our special someones. We are going to be making Spritz cookies shaped as hearts, filling them, and then drizzling yummy white chocolate on top of that. And then we're also going to be making cream-filled strawberries. So come on in and join me in the kitchen. Alright, we are going to be making our Spritz cookies. I've put 3 sticks of room temperature butter in my mixer. You want it to be room temperature so it's easier to mix. Then I'm going to add my sugar, and then I'm going to add my 1 egg with the vanilla extract. Once I get that all blended, we're going to slowly add our flour. Alright, we've got the flour incorporated now into our butter and sugar and egg. Now I'm going to slowly add some red food coloring because it's Valentine's Day. We have to make our cookies pink, right? So turn the mixer on slowly. I'm going to slowly add a few drops at a time. Let that mix together and we'll get back to you in a minute to show you what it looks like. Alright, now that my cookie dough is ready, pretty pink reddish color, I've got my Spritz press. I've already got the heart-shaped template inside there. So what I'm going to do now is I like to take a knife and just press my cookie dough down inside. Try to get in as much as I can so that I'm not having to refill it a million times. Alright, so I've got my dough in here and I've pressed down on my lever to make sure that we've got it where we need it, all the way down. And you want to make sure that your cookie sheet is not doesn't have anything on it. You don't want to grease it. You don't want to don't have any parchment paper. It needs to be a nice, just clean metal tray. You press the button, and there we go. I should be able to get about 20 cookies on this sheet. And we're going to put them in the oven at 375 for about 8 minutes. You don't want to cook them, you don't want to overcook them, but we want them about 375 for 8 minutes. Usually does the trick. Whoop. Yeah, and I'm out of dough. So we're going to start all over. We're going to go ahead and get these in the oven, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Well, while we're waiting for our cookies to cool, we're going to go ahead and make our cream for our strawberries. So what that entails is 1/3 of a cup of cream cheese, or if you can find it, mascarpone, which is an Italian cream cheese, is really good as well. It's a little bit sweeter than our traditional cream cheese. So we've got the cream cheese. And then I'm going to put in about 3 tablespoons of confectioner's sugar. I'm going to cream those two together. Again, you want your cream cheese at room temperature. that's at a nice creamy consistency, I have a third cup of heavy cream, so heavy whipping cream. I'm going to slowly add that. And what we want to have is like a nice, thick, heavy whipping cream. It'll have soft peaks. You want to turn the mixer up just a little bit so you're getting everything incorporated. Now I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla. And I'm going to turn that up just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn it down so I can push this down and scrape off the sides. Scrape down the sides. Get that all in there. I'm not missing anything. Alright, let's give that another whirl here. You want to turn the speed up as much as you can so you can get a lot of air in the cream cheese and the whipped cream mixture. And you don't want it to be lumpy, so that's one of the reasons why we have our cream cheese at room temperature. Looking pretty good. I am going to taste this to make sure it's sweet enough for our strawberries. With a spoon. Hey, puppy. My dog, Lady, is trying to help out in the kitchen today, so bear with me. Yeah, that's just sweet enough. It almost tastes like a cheesecake filling. I'm going to give it one more little whip. Push down the sides. Alright, so I have a pastry bag here, and I actually buy my pastry bags in bulk. If you don't have access to pastry bags, I know you can get them at Michael's, maybe Home, I can't think of the name of the store now, but they have them at your craft stores. So what I've done is I've taken a tip off the edge here. If you don't have access to the pastry bags, you can always use your Ziploc bags and cut a corner in those. Those work just as good. So what I like to do to make it easy on myself is I fold the outside of this and I put it in a large jar or a large cup. And I open it up, make sure we've got a lot of room. Just makes it easier to fill and you're not going to get it all over you. So I'm going to take my cream and just put that inside there. Like you can see, it's really nice and thick. And if you make a lot of these, of course, you can always double or triple the recipe. Super easy. Got those all in there. I'm going to leave that there for a moment. Alright, so our strawberries, what I like to do is I try to get as many beautiful red strawberries as I can, one with very little green. What we're going to do though is we're going to take our strawberry and cut it as close to the green part as we can so it'll sit up. I've got a few here on my plate. I'm going to do a couple more of these. So we just cut as close to the edge as possible so it'll stand. So from there, we're actually going to cut a plus sign at the top of the strawberry. So you take this down, as far down as you can, turn it, and cut it again. Again, we're going to cut straight down as far as we can. Well, hi. You want a strawberry? You want a strawberry? Again, I told you, the lady's trying to help me in the kitchen today. Can you say hi to everybody? No? Okay. Alright, so I've got a few strawberries here ready to go. Take my filling. What I'm going to do is squeeze this down. Kind of looks like a carrot. Squeeze it all the way down until we get it starting to come out. And the easiest way is when you have it here, you're going to twist it. And that's the key to keeping the air out and actually having it more stable to work with. So like I said, I've put my plus sign on these, and we just get down inside the strawberry. Okay, and then we squeeze gently, and we fill it up. And open the strawberry. And we fill. You want one really bad, don't you? Okay, and squeeze and fill. Alright, so there we go. And I'm going to finish the rest of these, and I'll see you back in a minute. We'll get onto the cookies. Alright, so we're back at our cookies. They're nice and cooled. So they're cute little hearts. What we're going to do to kind of fancy them up a little bit is I have some cream cheese frosting. I'm going to take that and put that on the bottom side. Then I'm going to marry another cookie to it. Squeeze it just a little. Makes it super yummy because the Spritz cookies are almost like a shortbread cookie, so they're not too sweet. They're actually a really nice mild cookie, if you will. They're not, like I said, they're just not too sweet. So this is a really nice addition to it. Also at Christmas time, what I've done is melted dark chocolate and spread dark chocolate on the bottom, and then married another cookie with that. Somebody got stuck outside, so you'll have to beg my pardon. There you go. So we're going to do this for a little bit, and then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you how to melt some white chocolate, and we're going to drizzle some white chocolate on top. Alright, so now we're going to melt some white chocolate. I've got a half a cup of white chocolate chips here. I'll put that in my bowl. You can do this in the microwave, but I like to have control. So I'm going to do it here on the stove top. Just going to turn my oven and the stove top here to low, between low and then the first dot here. I have dots, I don't have numbers. So, and then you're going to add about a teaspoon of vegetable oil. That just helps with the consistency and also gives it a nice shine. So very slowly. You don't want your chocolate to melt really fast, or else it will just become one great big lump. So you just melt it really slowly until it all blends in. Alright, so our chocolate's nice and melted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep my burner on the low. But we're going to take a spoon very carefully from a distance away, start swirling. It's back and forth, making them nice and pretty. You just want to drizzle that on. And if you want to be even more creative, you could do the white chocolate and dark chocolate. Add sprinkles if you wanted to. But I think this just looks nice. You've got the pink with the cream cheese frosting, and now we've got a little bit of the white chocolate drizzle. Alright, so to finish my strawberries tonight, since I'm going out with some friends, I sprinkled a little bit of cocoa powder on top just to kind of give it a more festive look. Of course, our cookies are ready, and I'm ready to head out. So thank you so much for joining me today for In the Kitchen with Annie. Again, this is Ann Alexander, Exit Coastal Real Estate Pros, your realtor, chef, and friend. Have a great day and happy Valentine's Day.